I'm welcome. This is the vault, and I'm sick of labels, but I'm hosting this jump. Call me what you want. I no longer care. So full moon and Libra and things of that nature, right? The new moon was really a solar eclipse in Pisces, Ravati. It's a Gadontis karmic, so we finishing up a little karmic obligations and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying? Uh, Salutations to Lord Ganesha, preside over this reading. I give humble obeisances to you, being a preceptor of astrology and the opener of the way, remover of obstacles. Remove or place obstacles in the path as you see fit, you know. So, full moon in Libra. Full moon in Libra is about the focus is on relationships, partnerships, business, how you interact with others, right? Moon is in the ascendant, so this makes it kind of like a lot easier. You dig what I'm saying? So, full moon is an outward expression of themes and intentions during the time of new moon, right? Full moon in Libra is the field of relatability, sociability, relationships, sex, intimacy, and passion, right? Libra is cardinal air, so therefore it initiates and creates through partnerships, communication, and concepts. Business. Ruled by Venus, it is the planet of beauty, passions, lust, potency, attraction. You dig what I'm saying? Enjoyment. As the dispositor in this chart, Venus is sitting in exaltation. So it's like the themes is a little highlighted. It's like real loving, very compassionate, very graceful. You dig what I'm saying? Water is sensual, mysterious, fluid, and intuitive. Water is cohesive and heavy. So Venus also is water element and exaltation. This is about strong bonds. Things that have like a kind of little sensual karma to it and stuff like that, right? Venus is currently in Gandanta. That's a karmic knot. So there's some like karmic ties and shit like that. And influences is at bay right now, right? Energy focus on relationships, business. 5 questions to ask yourself this new moon. Have I been too concerned with appearance? Your appearance, the appearances of others, how things appear to be, how it look outwardly. Moon is 10th lord in the first house, so you focused on, in a way, the reputation comes into focus on a very subtle way. Like you thinking about how you look, maybe, who you interact with, and how y'all look in public. Are you too concerned with that? Have I been thinking too much about others and neglecting my own needs? That's the second one. You dig what I'm saying? Because Libra motto is we. It's just we. They struggle. The idea is that some Libras, they struggle on their own. Swati, the start of this, and I know a couple Swati natives, and they be lying like shit, but they got a thing where they like to create illusions, right? Naturally, but they be lying to themselves. They got a lot of smoke and cloud and shit in their mind. Venus was born, the planet Venus was born with Swati on the ascendant. Venus is a carbon dioxide. It's a very smoky planet. Venus sat upside down and inhaled smoke within the belly of Shiva, and then was born from Shiva's penis. Shukra is semen, or the bright refined fluid of the supreme and stuff like that. That which help manifest creation and liberation from life and death. You know what I'm saying? 3. Have I been too easily influenced, gullible, or unable to decide for myself? Now, understand this full moon is the culmination of the previous 6 to 9 months. You dig what I'm saying? It's a solar eclipse had occurred 15 days prior to this. So it's like, have you been manipulated and things like that? Venus is Lord of the first house and moon, and it's in the sixth house of enemies and stuff like that. So you dig what I'm saying? Like, have you been duped by enemies? And then can you forgive and love your enemies? You dig what I'm saying? And take that lesson like, oh shit, you dig what I'm saying? I be hanging around a bunch of low lives. So I be hanging around a bunch of jealous ass individuals and things of that nature. Mercury is retrograde in the sixth house of vices. Mercury, one of Mercury's deepest karmas and sins is envy and jealousy and resentment. You dig what I'm saying? So, and with that, you might end up being like trying people please or trying to get in cool with motherfuckers, but you really want to be them, but you don't know how to be yourself and then in your own lane, perhaps. Or maybe you're just codependent. Oftentimes that could be an issue. And the Swati natives that I know, yeah, they kind of like, sometimes they can see. Swati is about individuality and standing alone, being an individual in partnership, going against the grain, and yet, but for the sake of establishing strength so that others can rely on you or something like that. You dig what I'm saying? Because Sfa and Swati, the root Sfa, SVA, means one's own. You dig what I'm saying? Have I been living my life through someone else? That's the fourth question you ask yourself. Are you trying to live vicariously through someone else? This is where the envy and all that shit come into play, if you ask me. Don't think you missed out on anything or nothing like that. You dig what I'm saying? Certain shit, you got a natural sequence of life. We all given 120 years. You got a natural sequence of life. You dig what I'm saying? Then you have your own personal sequence of life. And certain shit is going to manifest in certain times. Like, there was one jump I told my peoples about this. It was like, it's a real, the algorithm put something out there, and the guy was kind of in his car crying. He was like, yo, for the last 10 years, I've been trying to get this job with this, I think it's like an automotive or some type of technical company, right? 10 years he was trying, and then I guess the 11th year, boom, he got the job immediately, like right in that job. Niggas start crying. He like, man, 10 years, woo, woo, woo. But, in my mind, my spleen hit me, and it was like that nigga was in Moon Dasher for 10 years and then just got in Mars Dasher. All you had to do was just wait. But, we might create a lot of anxiety and suffering in our minds trying to, like knowing that the experience is written for us, but then trying to like do whatever we can to make it manifest quicker and shit like that. And, Rahu and Pisces, the charlatan's going to be talking to you about manifestation, this and that. But if you understand your chart and you feel it in your spirit, you're supposed to have this or that. Just try to understand some science and shit about yourself. Swati is also, some of the nicknames for that is the theist, the priest. You dig what I'm saying? So if you really want to stand alone or be on one's own, you just get that knowledge of yourself, understand your karmas and shit like that, understand your dharma too. Feel me? Society. Because we in the age of Rahu and Pisces, so your desires running wild as shit, like they ain't really grounded in nothing. Rahu is in a water sign, it's just smoke and mirrors, it's illusory as fuck, it's elusive as shit. You dig what I'm saying? But are they really yours, or are you being influenced by? Rahu is a thief, he is a charlatan. You dig what I'm saying? So are you is knowledge being spread to you that was of a deceitful nature? Are your desires really yours? And then, the main thing is the lack of boundaries too sometimes. Fifth question is, have I spent enough time beautifying my life? You feel me? Venus, Libra, on a lower level, those can be kind of vain signs, and it's just like things supposed to come easy with that Venus influence being one of the benefits and one of the fortunas, one of the ones that give blessings, right? You might sit up there and be real relaxed about things, but Libra is a cardinal sign, it's immovable, so it's about action and initiating things. I told my man, I'm like, bro, like you kind of like the type of women that you like and type of individuals you like. What is that shit really stemming from? You dig what I'm saying? You trying to beautify somebody else's life at the expense of your own life, kind of like suffering blemishes, getting blemishes, and all that strife and shit like that. Is it really worth it? You dig what I'm saying? For somebody with Moon and Libra who has the instinct to initiate the relationships, they just want to do is like just chill up my name. So it's just bring realization about relationships, right? Exaltations. It's dreamy and compassionate. You kind of might sell yourself a dream about a relationship. Or Venus being in the 6th house from this Moon and Libra and in exaltation and in Gadanta, right? It's about kind of like, you know, time finishing or undoing or whatever knot there is in a conflict that you had in a relationship. Or how you might have handled issues and conflicts within a relationship or a partnership. You dig what I'm saying? So healing or reviving. Now check this out. Venus Shukracharya, he has the knowledge due to his penance, given the penance that his penance to Lord Shiva, he had received the Sanjeevani mantra, which is the ability to bring back the dead. It revives the dead, you know what I'm saying? So Venus has a secret 8th aspect, but this 8th aspect is 8th is about support, but it's also about unexpected. 8 is also about transformation and death, right? So this 8th aspect is sought to revive things. Venus, 8th away from Venus is Libra. So Venus is possibly could revive a relationship, revive a previous partnership, or revive a partnership's issue or conflict. You know what I'm saying? Like a broken relationship, friendship, partnership, all that shit, right? First Lord in the 6th house, defense of the self or a sense of service, strong capacity to deal with adversity, skilled and defendant, drawn to healing. On the negative is adversarial, deceptive, takes a special diet. I know somebody they doing a juice diet just out the blue. It's like, I'm about to do a juice diet. They have Venus as soul planet. Drinks or does drugs to calm down. 8th Lord Venus is Lord of secret scandals, malice, and transformation. So the 8th is still coming into junk. So supporter and defendant prevails over problems. You might surrender your problem, just give it to God or something like that, right? Expert at stealth, skilled at research, investigative. Negative is trouble with defense and security, lack of service and support. Worried, both shy and aggressive, right? And then Venus is with a bunch of planets, so it's like these planets where you get 7th Lord, 9th Lord, 5th Lord, and then 2nd Lord. So, you know, talking about things with a partner. 9th Lord is about truth. 12th Lord is about secrets and letting things go, right? Hidden troubles. And then 5th Lord is about romance. Venus sitting with all of them. This moon, finances, all those things come into play. Swati, symbolized by a young shoe or a sword, it represents new beginnings and the ability to overcome obstacles or cut through to the truth. Because in the background, I used the picture. It says Swati by Veno. He has a scythe in his hand, so you dig what I'm saying? And it's the exaltation star of Saturn, so hey. You dig what I'm saying? We'll get into that in a moment. The independent star that resides fully in the sign of the others and relationships. So presided over by Vayu. Vayu is the wind and the breath of the supreme. Vayu is Deva of strength, spiritual father of Lord Hanuman. Without Vayu, the breath, all the other forces that are present in man will depart also. So on your last breath, so do all your other forces of nature and influences. Your intellect gone. Your mind is somewhere else, perhaps. You dig what I'm saying? what else? Your action gone, the blood flow gone. All those things is kind of like they will cease to be without the breath. This Genesis 6:3 says the Spirit of God will not strive with man forever, for he is flesh and his years are 120. You know what I'm saying? So the breath is that which holds, supports, and like mediates all the different forces in man. And that it is the animating principle, right? Hanuman Jayanti occurs today, during this lunation. Hanuman is the son, right, of Vayu. Hanuman is devoted, faithful companion of Lord Rama. He is representative of wisdom, strength, courage, devotion, and self-discipline, right? The breath is just like it's an involuntary thing. Like, you don't have to think about breathing. Most you can do is decide how you want to breathe. That's the influence you can put into it. It's going for you, and it's working to your benefit. It's kind of like an act as a supreme, so it's working to your benefit. But wisdom and strength, yes, but that devotion, your breath is devoted to supporting your life, and all your actions in life are supported by your breath. All of life is supported by the breath and the spirit, right? 97% of everything is space. Everything that everybody, thing, whatever has been created, lived, will live, has ever lived, can fit into a sugar cube. 97% of space. You feel everything. You dig what I'm saying? You feel everything. The more you know yourself, you kind of can know everybody else and stuff and things like that. Might catch flashes, you feel me? I learned about something called HPPD. So I don't remember what it's really called, but it's like hallucinogenic post something disorder. So it's like you do hallucinogenics or something like that, right? Or some type of shamanistic psychedelic drug, and you just still continue to have reoccurring visual things, visualizations, or some type of sensory effect that just lingers in its prolonged effects. Right. So Moon is in the 10th degree of Libra. It's 10 degrees in like 6 minutes. So this position corresponds with the second decan. Like, it just gets into the second decan of Libra. 3 of Swords is heartbreaks. Heavy crosses to bear. A painful release. You dig what I'm saying? You got clouds. You look like you got some rain or something, but it kind of look like it's something shining beyond and inside of the clouds and stuff like that, right? So keywords is sorrow, heartbreak, separation, grief, loss, tears, upset, trauma, sadness. In the reverse, it will be healing, forgiveness, recovery, reconciliation, or repressing emotions. This placement is Saturn in Libra. Saturn is exalted in Libra. Saturn is the planet of karma, boundaries, and transformation, and in Libra is directed towards relationships, partnerships, and interactions. It's the year of the left-hand dot. So you establish boundaries and a systematic approach to relationships and interactions. If one knows their authority and their strategy, right, then they can, that is your systematic approach to relationships and interactions. If you got like an aura like myself, it's closed and repellent. So it repels, but it's kind of like it create ripples, right? But a ripple, you get a ripple in the water or stuff like that, it'll move like this, and that certain objects or points of interest and stuff like that, they'll actually start moving further away from the point of ripple or the point of origin. And then you got others that, okay, boom, they ride that wave and now they begin to getting closer and closer and stuff like that. right? So that'll be the systematic approach. But certain things you can feel within different senses in your body, whether or not they be defined or undefined, open, and stuff like that. So you just know, like, oh nah, me and you ain't even, we ain't gonna be. I can just tell I don't want to be your friend. I don't really want to be around you. You know, motherfucker might be narky, like a narcissist, or they might just kind of like, they might talk too much and they just give off like fed vibes and stuff like that. And that's not necessary neither. You can beat it, you know. Yeah. And Saturn and Libra tell you, like, I don't like you. Saturn and Libra being exalted as a Virgo, understanding that, like, okay, well, if I don't need to be around you, that's what it is. And they can be alone. Saturn and Libra types can be alone. They can really detach themselves and have an objective understanding of relationships. You do what I'm saying? They have a certain responsibility and a steadiness in relationships, but then also their boundaries allow them to not put up with some of the other chaos and hardships that come in there. You dig what I'm saying? Because of those boundaries and restrictions, it limits the chaos and frustration that could occur in relationships. You dig what I'm saying? What they say? So elegant, focused, clever, hardworking, well organized, systematic, faithful, self-sufficient, practical, traditional artists or art. And then restrictions in love, delayed commitments, unaffectionate, little romance, ruled by loved ones, does not do well with uncertainty and wants too much definition, controlling, fearful of change. So Three of Swords, this full moon is about, you know, this shit always gonna be about boundaries. The fuck is you talking about? Saturn and Aquarius right now, like, this shit gotta be about boundaries. It's a lack of boundaries. Don't nobody really understand boundaries because your mother and her mother or his father, oh, they told them do something and they didn't really give a reason why. So now nobody has the boundary of thinking. Like, thinking is not even a boundary. Your thoughts is not your own. And then we go back to ask those same questions. Like, are you fucking unable? What is that shit? Have I been too easily influenced, gullible, or unable to decide for myself? Have I been living my life through someone else? Now, those two questions, truth be told, I can answer them for you. Child, like, yeah, all of our boundaries was given to us. And there was no reason given behind the boundary besides wanting to control you. So on the negative side, doesn't do well with uncertainty, ruled by loved ones, controlling and fearful of change. Motherfuckers, you know, they see certain things and they got their own Swati moon, like, natives create smoke and mirrors in their own mind, and they'll put that shit on you. They'll slick gaslight you into some other shit, and they'll think that shit cute and shit like that. You feel me? But that due to them being a growing bud or a young sprout. You dig what I'm saying? And just trying to go against the grain. They really just trying to figure they need a motherfucker to push against them in order to figure this shit out. But sure, we gonna have to go through those things, but it would help. I don't know. Cause you gotta realize, okay, my boundaries have been given to me by something else. And then we are in a system that is parasitic in nature. It just like has to feed on your excess. And what the fuck do you got excess of? Insecurities. God don't give fear or that insecure spirit. You dig what I'm saying? And if you feel that, you kind of outside the will of God. You dig what I'm saying? You're being fed on, and that's a parasitic system. A natural model is abundant. The ninth house in astrology is God, abundance, and expansion. Ninth house is a trinal house along with the fifth house, which is the grace of God and the study of the scriptures. And then the first house, which is your body, your health, and your path in life. It's the dharmic triangle. So it's only two things worth revolving your life around, and that would be your kids or the study of the Lord and the workings. And then the Lord, just the Lord outside of what you can find in the material. So like fifth house matters and stuff like that. So creative and creation things, right? That's the only things worth revolving your life around. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like motherfucker and Keeper told me, yeah, nah, when you talk about the origin of things, it make it a lot like, whoa, I like learning the origin of things. Cause I could talk to you about the moon being in Libra and all that all day or whatever, all day, twice a month, new moon, full moon, whatever. But if we don't talk about the origin of things and then the current situation, like that's the whole point of astrology. You want to go backwards and understand things. Oh, you can do that. You feel me? You can move the planets backwards, ephemeris, all of those things, and understand that karma. And then you can look at it present day and understand that karma. But it's karma. It's the understanding of karma and karma's actions, intentions, influences. Right? Just natural traits, but that's an abundant thing. But if a motherfucker sit up there and tell you that, that's what I'm saying, I'll be trying to be preachy, but motherfucker sit up there and tell you that, what, September 10th, you are sun in Virgo and some shit like that, and you're not, then what you gonna do? You see what I'm saying? You gonna try to you gonna create something to fill that little void, because that's how I felt when I'm reading the joint and I'm learning like, Moon in Capricorn, I don't feel that. I don't feel that. What the fuck they saying? Moon in Capricorn. I'm reading this over and over. It's making me depressed. You feel me? Then I just kind of write that off as horse shit. I'ma do it myself. You dig what I'm saying? I'ma just figure out how I do it myself over however many years. I don't care how long it take. Right? Then you find out, okay, I'm on that Sag. This make more sense. They telling me that I react and be all depressed about that shit. If I was Moon in Capricorn, I probably would have read that, wrote it off, and I'd have been that. You dig what I'm saying? But Sagittarius, my reaction is going to be to explain, like, oh yeah, can you expand on that? I can't expand on this. This don't feel right. So you put that down, you'll study it yourself or something. In this time or whatever. But I might have went somewhere else, but it's just, yeah, because that boundaries where you gonna go when it come time to like stand on your own and go against the grain. You got to go against the grain of all the boundaries that was set for you in order to rule over you. And in a parasitic model, you would think that it was your parents, but those boundaries was given to them. And then your teachers or your mentors also had boundaries that was given to them. Ideally, your mentors would be those who have established and found their own boundaries. And because boundaries is there to like for you to break free from, so that now you could just like be a part of the universe and the greater world, right? So yeah, 3 of Wands, wealth, treachery, dreams come true, right? And this is the degree for the sun, since second decan of Aries, which is 3 of Wands, is about virtue. So we got sorrow and virtue because he's standing alone, all alone on a cliff, on the edge, or on a high point. You know what I'm saying? 3 staffs, a staff job like hold is to help you walk upright. You dig what I'm saying? So it's about these cards is gonna be about a sense of righteousness and a sense of purpose. Now where is this treachery? Because I be feeling that treachery. I feel that. Now first lord is in the 6th house of enemies, so enemies and conflicts comes into play. First lord is also a 12th lord, a secret enemy and treachery. You dig what I'm saying? First lord is also 8th lord of treachery and malice, but it's more so transformation. First Lord is going to be a positive influence. Now, how this manifests in other people's chart, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So virtue, keyword, momentum, confidence, expansion, growth, looking ahead. On the other side, it could be restriction, limitations, because he looking over at the edge of the water. It's like he thinking this is fire. This is a very causal. This is the causal world, right? This way, way, way up there. So these are archetypes that are manifested and haven't yet materialized. You dig what I'm saying? But it's Sun and Aries. Sun and Aries is about speed and getting things done quick. So that is where the frustration and the delays are of a probably like a mental nature and an emotional nature, just because it's like it's building up from the spirit, the place of the spirit, the plane of spirit and soul, right, and causation. So with fiery action, Sun and Aries is exalted, right? Leader takes the initiative, courageous, liberal, warrior, ambitious, sharp thinker, capable of achieving fame, like to keep busy, sports competition, acts like a father or authority figure, pioneer, and probably domineer too, can achieve wealth, is irritable, speedy, bossy to authoritative, dogmatic, impatient, easily excited, taken in by sudden emotional appeals, gets overheated, combative, not a team player. Three of Wands is Sun and Aries. Sun and Aries is the purpose to initiate through action. So the purpose to initiate through action is interacting with having boundaries and relationships and interactions with others. So it's like while one is having, the will to initiate brand new things and pioneer new things and, new adventures and stuff and new experiences in life, right? New ventures, right? Sun is career planet too. New ventures. One also has to sit up there and Saturn is about objectivity and detachment. So it's about kind of like reflecting upon one's conduct, because it's planet of karma. It's about reflecting on one's conduct. Full moon is this moment. You take this moment to sit and think like how one has conducted themselves in a relationship and how one would choose to conduct themselves in relationships moving forward and shit like that. And then how one initiates that through virtue, like keeping virtues and trying to limit sorrows. You feel me? Aspects to the moon is opposite Jupiter, so this just this helps that, because moon is alone, it's Kemadruma, so it's lonely, it's lacking in support and resources, it's a bit isolated, right? But it's opposite Jupiter and receiving aspect from the sun, so it kind of reduces those effects of loneliness. It gives faith and trust in the universe, or God, good sixth sense. Your intuition is strong, right? It promotes spiritual growth. So next 2.5 weeks and stuff like that. Moon is trying Saturn, so it's an easy integration between like the instincts, emotions, and a sense of detachment, boundaries and stuff like that. Examining one's emotions, being objective about the events that occur, right? It's an air trine, so it's about communication and concepts, learning things quickly and stuff like that, right? Examining emotional ties to others, realignment of objective and mission and relationships. Objective because of Aquarius and, instinctive relationships, yeah. Issues that show up repeatedly in life and relationships are being highlighted by this aspect. Now you will be tested to deal with them rather than leaving them to continue unchecked. Because, I real got an issue like I need so much fucking space. I need so much space. I get like nigga be due for a meltdown if I don't get enough space. I just be feeling things. I don't know. I don't claim empath and all that, but nigga vigilance. Oh gosh. And I just, yeah, I fuck around. I'm a flight risk like crazy. But a sense of detachment is nice. However, I was just noticing, I'm like, it's really just me. Like, I be, when you feel those things and you see that shit, you be like, nigga, in your life, in everybody's life, you're the common denominator. You are the common denominator. You dig what I'm saying? You want to know why motherfuckers keep doing you wrong, or you see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just get weird or some shit around you or something like that. It's you. It's you. You're not in the right environment, and we don't, that's another thing that's not. I guess that's not talked about enough. You know what I mean? Like it goes over that and this and that, but you really gotta go in certain environments. So people just got shit, and you just be around like kind of like, hey, look, let that shit go. Cause if I might walk in some zone. If I feel like it's off, I don't even, nigga, I turn right around. I'm not about to linger. I'm not about to be like, man, they gonna get my shit right. I don't have no entitlements. The ego issues is not there. You dig what I'm saying? This is probably this little Saturn aspect, probably very beneficial. Saturn also casts third aspect on the sun. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, it's kind of good to have that. Just be like, I step in some shit. I'm not about to linger. Like, all this shit ain't working. They ain't fucking with this. Nah, I'm out. I'm not even about to. I walk up to the motherfucking window at the gas station and the nigga mumbling and shit. Nah, don't even worry about it, nigga. I'm willing to motherfucking push this bitch. If none of these damn Maryland gas stations is open. Oh gosh, y'all gas stations suck. But yeah, nigga, don't you mumbling it. Nah, let me get the fuck out of here. Let me get the fuck out of here. You think I'm saying? That's me. You feel me? If I stay and I already know the pattern, nigga mumbling, oh, he don't even want to do this. Don't even worry about that shit. I'm not even gonna bother with that. You feel me? Fuck around, go back, nigga, be like, hey man, I'm sorry about that. Man, fuck you. I'm not. You won't go back. You don't go back. I don't watch too many horror movies, but they be cool. But one thing you know is you don't look back. You just be running like shit. Feel me? You might trip on something. Don't trip on nothing. So issues that show up repeatedly, you keep seeing things from other people. You just gotta be like, look, man, we all gonna give grace. Feel me? Gotta give some grace. Saturn in Aquarius right now, so that man is not necessary. Well, 20 degrees Aquarius is home sign, but it's his office. So if we put that on the ascendant, Saturn is Lord of the 12th. From his office sign, 12th house is a house of grace where you let things go and you detach, perhaps. You dig what I'm saying? It's like shit gonna trouble you, but you might liberate it. So Saturn gave grace, but we also should learn some fucking grace. And you might give grace, but at a certain point, when you gonna be like, hey, look, this ain't working. Feel me? This ain't working. You slick trying to abuse grace, and grace is not anything that you could do of your own efforts, like self efforts. Especially if it trickled down from God, like nobody could do. Like if you get somebody grace, you gave them grace. And good for you, blessings to you. You feel me? And great mercy, there is wrath though. So that's where it's like why people want to do a little too much. We all gonna get that wrath, like that pendulum swing. That pendulum swing, nigga, don't be ready for that jump. And that's just chemadroma. So, Sabian symbol, canoe approaches safety, poise and calm reflection, adventures bring no experience, yet quiet time enables assimilation, appreciation, and a realization of what has occurred. Poise and calm reflection. Life is struggle and surrender alternatively. We push, we relax, accept. We wake at dawn, sleep at dusk. Exciting projects and relationships, and they all end during periods of stress and danger, it is helpful to know as a certainty that this too shall pass, there will be relief. Rarely, we may also observe that periods of calm relief are only nourishing temporarily until dire boredom sets in. We need relief from that too. Okay, cool. A canoe approaches safety, poise, and calm reflection. You really just need time to just be calm and stuff. Adventures. So I was in Mars Dasha past 7 years. And in July I'll be going into Rahu Dasha for 18 years. And in this period that is called Dasha Chadra, it's a period of forgiveness. It's like, like, oh shit, whatever motherfucker did and maybe didn't get to do or had the desire to do, you just let that shit go. You dig what I'm saying? The individuals, the people, the experiences that you went through and all of those things, like you just kind of like be like, wow, let me feel that and realize all the things that I did, in my case, the last 7 years, where I went, what I did, who I met, stuff like that, and just be like, okay. And then you just kind of let that go and prepare and move on to the next jump. You dig what I'm saying? You sit, get you repair your boat, wax it down, you know what I'm saying? And then you might have to dip the canoe in some motherfucking new shit. Canoe. Right? So Aries 10 is a man teaching new forms for old symbols. It's reviewing old understandings. It shows mature wisdom to see our emotional dramas as symbolic. They are life lessons. Uniqueness and perception and attitude. As we mature, we need to cast all previous models of reality and reinterpret past experiences, seeing them more clearly as metaphors, having deeper meaning than we saw when we were previously absorbed in self-establishment. We are better able and more prepared now to contemplate our feelings as symbolic indicators rather than get lost in them. Right? Yeah, your feelings as symbolic indicators rather than to get lost in them. That is a gift. It's like in a way of those with Mars and Cancer. Like Mars and Cancer are a neurotic, nervous bunch of individuals. Oh my gosh. They are so nervous. But, that's just how it's going to manifest for them. In one aspect, it kind of make them a little, like, it can make them abusive. They might run away with their emotions because Mars is already easily excited and he's in cardinal water. So now it's like any little emotional urge, or in water signs case, because water is passive and receptive, it got the nature to kind of like try to poke at others, or they gotta do something to coax out an emotional reaction from others. You dig what I'm saying? That's why Scorpios and shit are so manipulative. Whether they know it or not, they can be manipulative and a bit hard to deal with. Right? But if you got Mars in Cancer, you can act on emotional urges, and because it's passive, so he's debilitated. He falls in Cancer, but he's in a sign of a friend. And then also Mars being a warrior, he kind of like to be in enemy signs. He like to be in like kind of like dire situations, so that way he could serve as a general or serve as somebody that can lead others out of struggles and shit like that, right? So then Mars in Cancer would teach us that, like, your feelings can protect you. Them hunches and the sensitivity that you feel can be a good thing. It don't gotta be something that you drown in and you submerge all your fires, and you oh my gosh, water signs will go low because water seek its own level. So if a water sign around like low lives, they'll low as shit too, and they'll bring them people even lower. Like, oh, let me drown you in this trench. You dig what I'm saying? So they gotta be careful, just because it's just water. I don't know. So if I get a feeling about a nigga and I'm just like, this nigga remind me of such and such, it really is what it is. That nigga remind me of somebody else, and we ain't have it was not a favorable interaction in my case, and in y'all case too. Eventually, if you give a shit, ideally, I want this for everybody. Oh gosh, we could limit a lot of bullshit, but I know my birth star. I know my what sign, especially like even more. I keep reviewing it, right? I always go back to basics. I know my star. I know the stars that are favorable for me. I know the stars that are not favorable for me. There are those that like I probably can see it in your face. Oh, you was probably born in this month, and if you wasn't, you got the moon in one of these three signs or something like that. Like, look, I'd like to limit our interaction. If it's, it ain't even about if it's cool with you. Our interaction is going to be limited. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really say much of, like, you can't even say a hello or good morning too long, or you dig what I'm saying? And it just it is what it is. And that's kind of how you treat that, because in my own experiences, it's like I can look back on things and be like, okay, I was with such and such, and their star was and my star destruction, and that shit was just like, that shit was hard on my motherfucking mind. Jeez. You dig what I'm saying? Like some of the dumbest shit, and you just be like, this is stressing me out, and this is not, I know this ain't necessary. You look at it in astrology, oh, it really was unnecessary. You dig what I'm saying? It's just some residual karmic debt, perhaps, or whatever, just a result of this, whatever, right? But then in other cases, you introduce somebody to this, because that's how like I'd rather do this shit in person with somebody. This is cool, but it's like we get into the intricacies. Oh, it's so much fun. Person to person, it always is. But that's how wisdom is passed, lip to ear. But this right here, this Rahu stuff, kind of is guaranteed going to distort it a bit. You know what I'm saying? But you tell them and they'll look at it and be like, damn, that's crazy. You see what I'm saying? But then you'll watch a motherfucker, like, due to, once again, the scarcity model, white supremacy, if you want to call it. It's really like, if we talking about a parasitic system, yes, white supremacy. But in a way, the language of white supremacy don't hold everybody accountable, because we all got to make a choice to decide to begin to do away with the scarcity model and all the insecurities that come with insecurities and vanities that come with these things, and move towards a more natural and godlike model. And until we do that, everybody need to be held accountable. You dig what I'm saying? And that just is what it is. And if we sit up there and point the finger at any one person or group, yeah, we can point the finger at them. If that's their majority, yes, they kind of have to do that model due to, their history and then their projected future, sure. But then what do you do with those that also benefit from that and are not that? And then those that are oblivious to that, what do? You dig what I'm saying? How does this work? The accountability. The parasites need you to not know that they're fucking feeding off of you. You dig what I'm saying? They need you to pray over food that got worms in it. Like you eating a dead animal. They need you to pray over that. You feel me? You should. Because you don't really understand the consequences of that meal. Like, oh, what do animals do? Like, we ain't animals. Animals might eat each other, but we not that. Can't get caught up in that, because animals prey on the weak. You dig what I'm saying? All our competitions, motherfuckers glorify sports and shit like that, and they want to see the best go at it at the top, at the end. They want to see the best. Just by nature, we ain't animals. We don't want to see a motherfucker just beat the shit out of some fucking newborn water buffalo fetus. You dig what I'm saying? Like that really be the meals out there. Like they prey on the weak and really be like fucking kids and shit like that. It would be what we would think are kids. And then you wonder why they got all this fucking like abuse and things going on with children. But it's like, you know, look at your diet. Look how you eat. And look how you justify eating like that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, just like, okay. Oh, that's fucked up, and, you know, Epstein and all them and all that. Yeah, but just look how you eat. And tell me that you don't kind of like consent to that shit. In a way. Like, I ain't trying to put nobody out there like that. But I'm saying, the animals that eat each other and eat blood and shit like that, they're looking for the weaklings and the young ones. That's really who they prey on. That's what a fucking predator is. And if you conduct yourself like that, then you kind of are sanctioning abuse. You're sanctioning that type of behavior. You dig what I'm saying? You eat meat, you become like the animal. It's going to be in you. The blood is soul. It has the soul in it. You know, do what you do though. But just, hey, karma. Saturn and Libra is about karma for actions. Sun and Aries is about virtue in actions. Where's the virtue in the animal eating? Oh, bullshit. I don't know. Reviewing old understandings. You feel me? It's an age-old understanding that you are what you eat. You dig what I'm saying? And that worried me too, cause it's like I be eating. I'm dogging smoothies and just fruit this, fruit that, and it's like, hey, look. Every time I gotta peel a banana, I realize I get gross. I'm like totally disgusted. Feel me? But aside from that, I be eating beans and mushrooms, nigga, so you know what I am. A ball of methane, nigga. Well, yeah, man, you know, this was the vault. Nigga, here look crazy. Oh. Well, yeah, this is full moon in Libra. That's an hour long, Mo. But yeah, man, you know, do with that what you will. I ain't go through signs. We could kind of like so for Aries full moon in your 7th house, you know, you might have separated or are thinking about a relationship, or you got whatever. Y'all know how this go in y'all lives. Aries, it's a partner, it's a relationship. For Taurus, it's where is that? Y'all 6th house. It's just your work, your job. You feel me? Maybe you found fulfillment or some independence in a job. For Aries, you probably found some independence in a relationship. You dig what I'm saying? Got some self-esteem, or you feel me? Was able to just initiate a new way of business and shit like that. You might have did something in your business that's like popping right now, about to be. For Gemini, it's in your 5th house of romance. You've been getting your groove back and shit like that, trying to have fun more, spending time with your child or whatever. For Cancer, you at home, your privacy. You had a realization about your privacy, your relationship with your mom, or your car or something like that. For Leo, your skills, your hobbies. You dig what I'm saying? You might be sharing a hobby or communicating with your partner more. Y'all might be just doing some. It's communications, meeting people. Feel me? You're doing something artsy or something that has to do with like arts, communication, music, things like that. You getting busy on that, right? For Virgo, you've been thinking about your money and your family. You do what I'm saying? You've been realizing certain things about your like what you value and shit like that, right? Maybe what you value in a relationship. You feel me? For we ain't gonna go. So for Libra, this is about you and your path in life, right? You realizing something about yourself. Maybe somebody trying to initiate a partnership or relationship with you. Or perhaps you're trying to start something new, a new venture or a new path in life or something like that. You dig what I'm saying? Or something at your job, because your ascending Lord is in the 6th right now. So you might be working or you might be dealing with some conflicts, but you probably like that type of shit. You probably just like fighting and arguing and shit. Yes, y'all do love arguing. Always trying to bait somebody into an argument. Gaslighting, bro. Scorpio, it's about your expenses, your bedroom. You kind of just been trying to like maybe you've been isolated lately, huh? Isolated. You ain't got no privacy. You just want to get away from everybody. I can dig that, you know. Sagittarius, this is your cash flow. You thinking about your cash flow, your friends and stuff like that. Associations. Eldest sibling. I don't know. Sag, you're a wild bunch. I don't know what y'all going through, but you feel me? It's like y'all be trying, but y'all really just, you know. I don't know, y'all. Y'all just not in it. I don't know what's up with y'all. You did go say, I don't know what's up with y'all. Cause y'all just kind of like, some of y'all just like, you chilling, and I like that. You know how to just ride this shit out. But yeah, cause y'all super private right now, but y'all peace of mind might be a bit disturbed. Capricorn, your livelihood, your career, how you are received in the world. You dig understand what you known for and shit like that. That's highlighted. No. For Aquarius, this y'all 9th house of truth, broadcast, publishing, father, some issues or some realizations with y'all father right now and stuff like that. Some karmas. Some karmas and stuff like that you become aware of. Oh my gosh. Like some heavy kind of karmas perhaps y'all was become aware of and stuff like that, and you have been trying to run from them jumps. Not necessarily running, but you just kind of just detached from them jumps. Like, oh my gosh. Y'all gonna be alright, man. Write a letter. Go back. That's a great remedy for Saturn types. You just write a letter, man. Sometimes motherfuckers don't hear you when you write dead. They don't really, Saturn got this thing where it's like, Saturn and Lakshmi was having an argument. It was like, such and such, comparing and stuff. Don't compare, right? And then I think Vishnu came up. He was like, hey, look, y'all both kind of, y'all cool. It was like, chill. You part of my plan. Stop this shit. Lakshmi, people love you when you come close to them, and they don't like when you are going away from them. And Saturn, Shani, people like you more when you get the fuck away from them, and they don't like you when you close to them. Can't stand your ass. And that y'all like be what they be, you feel me? Ain't mad at it. It's just karma. And then like Pisces, what's up with y'all? It's y'all 8th house, so y'all going through a transformation, some scandals, some secrets, some fucking virility. and some like some horniness, but eighth house is also house of support. So maybe you might be going through a crisis. If you let go and let God, you kind of find some support. You dig what I'm saying? And then I'm at 59 seconds, 59 minutes, 50 seconds. Hey, look, man, God bless you all if you made it this far. You dig what I'm saying? This has been the vault for a full moon.